Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart. So here we have a kit in 1/35 scale, and this is actually a German Tank Rider set 2. So that's the second set, which can be handy with the tank model or maybe with some vehicle, because as you can see it's a called as a Tank Riders, but obviously you can place it on something else as well. And you can see them all on the box art. So there are 4 figures as far as you can see, and all of them are molded in a popular scale. So this is definitely a handy addition for some diorama project in a popular scale. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review. Packaging is standard for Miniart, so we have the screen box art and box size here. You can see it in comparison with my hand. Kit number is 35377, and also here on the side we have some safety information, while on the opposite side we have also some other kits, as well as the information about the manufacturer. Here on the rear side you will find the marking guide. So of course it will be quite a pleasure, let's say, to work with this camouflage. As you can see, it's I would say somewhat complicated pattern, so definitely be ready for this, because all poses, as I said, predefined, pre-shaped, so you won't be able to change them, and that's why some spots will be unforgiving, I would say. You will have to think how, for example, these wrinkles will work with the camouflage. And also here we have a paints chart. It's handy because it's given in several manufacturers' designations, so you will definitely find something useful with the brand which you usually apply or paint with. So this is a side opening box. As you can see, it's easy to open, and here's what we have inside. So there are plastic sprues packed into one plastic bag. Just give me a second because it's sealed one, so I will have to cut through in order to show you what is actually here, what is included. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can support us with a small donation. It's quite an easy thing to do because we have a big red button on our website, and it's done via PayPal, so it's quite safe and quick. And of course you are the one who defines how much we will get for new photo and video equipment, or maybe for some new kit to be reviewed on our channel. And we actually reviewed some of them, so with your help, and I would say huge thank you for this, because otherwise it won't be possible for us to get these kits. So what I'm trying to do now is to remove the sprue. Yeah, now I succeeded with this, so I think we can start, because the sprues were intertangled between each other. So first of all, I would like to start with equipment. Here is the first frame, so let's zoom in and maybe open the lenses a bit. So here you can see that we have several rifles, we have machine guns, we also have pistols in pouches, and we also have various bags and tools. So all of this stuff comes as a standard thing in this kit, so you don't have to pay extra. And this is a really good thing about Miniart, because you will definitely use some of this, and some of them will stay in your spare parts, so it's a kind of good bonus for all 1/35 scale modelers. And here is another one. So here are the main differences: that we have the sniper rifle with a scope. Also we have this STG-44, also here we have some machine guns, and again some of the minor equipment which can be placed on the figurines. And I think the choice of these items is not predefined, so you can decide whatever you would like to see on your figurine. And this is actually cool, because at least here we have some variants. And if I flip it over here, you can see these parts from the opposite side, so they're molded as a single piece parts, which is also quite nice. Okay, next we start with the first. Well, maybe let's not start with the figurine. Let's check another equipment sprue, because there is one more left. Here we have actually Pioneer tools, daggers, also water cans, and here you can see the helmets. So for the helmets, if I will be able to show you what is inside, as you can see we have also nice features inside. And this is really important, because these helmets do not have to be only on the head of the figurine, and if you will be showing what is inside, it would look really dumb if there will be just empty space, because real helmets were not like that. And here we have all the necessary features supplied. And again, as I said, as you can see, here we have more helmets than the figurines included, because we have only 4 figures, so at least 3 helmets will stay as an extra for your future ideas, for your future projects. Next we start with the first figurine sprue, and here we have quite an interesting thing. So this is a frame D, and it is molded separately while all others are molded as an interconnection between them. You will see it a bit later. So here we have a typical parts design for 1/35 scale. As you can see, pose is predefined. As I said before, we have one extra helmet for this particular figure because head is molded without helmet, and this is really important in 1/35 scale because it will make it easier to paint your figure. And if we flip it over here, you can check all this stuff from the opposite side. So in my opinion, all these details look quite convincing. We have small amount of flesh more on the sprue, I would say, so it's not concerning the parts. There is nothing to be worried about. But note that there are no attachment points, no alignment elements, so you have to be careful while gluing all of this stuff together. You have to achieve some kind of smooth connection, and this will be really important in order to get the realistic appearance of your figurine. Even though it is molded in 1/35 scale, it's still noticeable. So here we continue with the interconnection of the sprues which I mentioned before. So that's the second figurine. And again, pretty much the same design, so it's a half-seated, and here you can see it from the opposite side. I really like the sculpting quality here, so if we go, for example, for the second figurine here, you can see that it's pretty much consistent. We do not have any possible issues here. I can see minor amount of flesh around some parts. I guess it's easy to clean with a sharp knife, and I think it's somewhat, I would say, already traditional with Miniart figurine kits. I'm not sure why they have this thing, but as you can see, this is a new tooled figurine set, but still we get a bit of the flesh. But again, I will repeat myself that this is not an important thing, because here it will be easy to click. And here we continue with the fourth figurine. So again, we have it with legs bent, also hands are bent. We have also some additional accessories. And by the way, note that each figurine also gets its own helmet, which is also detailed inside, yeah. So it's pretty much the same as what we saw on the accessories frame, but here we get it supplied with the figurine. So maybe all the helmets on the helmet or item sprue, they will stay untouched and they will be useful for your next builds. And now just to give you an overview of the all three sprues, here they are. So as you can see, they're connected with this small tab, and if I flip it over, here you can check them all from the opposite side. So this new kit should be already available. As I said before, it's a really cool addition for 1/35 scale tank build, or maybe some armored vehicle, because as you know, Germans used a lot of interesting wheeled vehicles as well. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. So thank you for joining me today, and bye.